What is going on YouTube? So I just want to talk about today what your life trying to become successful is going to look like from an outside perspective, right? So obviously, as you know, if you're trying to become successful, you're not going to be spending time doing like these fun things that are like, so open in the modern generation. So what I want to talk about, right, is let's say you're trying to build a good physique, right? If you're trying to build a good physique, you're not going to build a good physique by just eating bad food. You're not going to build a good physique by eating McDonald's every single day. You're not going to you're not going to build a good physique by like eating pizza every day. And that links exactly to business as well, right? Or just success as a whole, right? Because if you are doing those things, that's not going to build you a good physique. So instead of pizza, when it comes to business, that is like these fun things or just these things that don't involve your like success, building to your success. If you're doing that every single day, if you're doing like just basically dodging the work, basically, because if you don't know already, the only like the way to success is just work. Get on with working. Whatever it is you're doing. I do organic dropshipping, but whatever it is you're doing, just get on with the work. Just literally, just that's how you have to do it, right? I need to film and edit videos and stuff. I just have to get on with it, and it's kind of the same thing with kind of whatever you're doing there. But yeah, so that's kind of the thing to success there. But what I want to say is that if that that pizza in a way is kind of like this thing where it's like if you eat pizza every single day, if you eat like just bad foods every day, it's not going to help you build a good physique. It's the same thing with success, right? In like terms, especially if you're like younger as well, because I mean personally, like my family will like plan days out and trips and everything, so it's kind of like I'll do these fun things anyway sometimes. And like I say, in moderation it's fine, but if you're like every single day dodging the work to kind of do something that's not revolving around, if you don't have days where you're just like fully like locked in on yourself, on your work, on yourself, you go into the gym, you just do it, you literally just working on your business or whatever you're doing, right? You don't have those days, then those are the days that lead to your success. And I mean, like I say, in moderation, having these like days out, going to do something different is always good as well, because it kind of gives you this like bit of a mind break. But like I say, as long as you have the power, the mental power to just lock in at any time. So let's say for example you go out today, as long as you can get back and get straight back on with like what you should be doing anyway, that is like the difference. That's what will make you successful, just being able to literally have a slit like decision like that, just get straight on with it. You're not going to go and you're not just going to like sit there and think, oh, it's been a long day, I'm just going to sit down now and kind of relax. You just got to be able to like snap into it straight away and kind of get straight back on with the task. But yeah, that's kind of how success is. But that's why I say it's this like thing. If from an outside perspective, it's going to be very, very boring for people, like getting up every day and just generally working towards something by doing tasks that seem mundane to other people is gonna like obviously be listed as this boring thing. But you'll find that, I mean, if you really like running a business, you can relate to this, or if you just start, and you'll literally find that doing the tasks that it takes to be able to succeed in organic for me, but whatever for you, doing those tasks is actually fun. You actually enjoy it. And I mean, I hope you do anyway, because that'll help you become more successful if you actually enjoy what you're doing, because it just makes more sense. So even though to other people it would seem boring, if you actually enjoy it and it's going to lead to success, it is the right thing, right? Because if someone else finds it boring and you find it like it's going to lead to success, and that you enjoy it, then it is the right thing. You're doing the right thing, because these tasks, to be successful, it's not easy. That's why, like, not everyone if it was easy, everyone would have it, right? We all know that famous quote, and that is exactly true, because these tasks are difficult. These tasks to get there are difficult. It's going to be a long journey, and it's going to take a lot of work. It's going to take these times where you just like fully tunnel vision, locked in, and just basically getting the work done. But you just got to bite the bullet and actually work towards your goals and your dreams, right? But I mean, like, even right now, I'm really tired. I'm not going to lie. Like, I haven't had a lot of sleep recently. So, yeah, but I'm still filming this video, and I've still got, like, a bunch of other things I need to do. But I'm gonna get them all done because that's kind of what it takes, you know. That's what you got to be prepared for when you sign up to this. Like when you're born, or like when you grow into this like burning desire in your heart to achieve something, you've got to take advantage of that. But as you want to like actually take advantage of that, and you know, actually go and like become successful, you are signing up to this, like, you know, this game of life that's going to be difficult. You know, it's life on hard mode, right? You know, it's going to take a lot. It's going to take a lot of mental power, a lot of physical power to just push through every single day. But it's kind of what it takes, you know. And yeah. So if you take one thing from this video, just know that like people are going to find what you do boring. You might even find it boring sometimes, but the point is you got to push through it, because you know that like in the end it's all going to be worth it. You know, the thing that keeps me going is that I know that from experience as well, is that consistency always leads to a good end result. You know, if you're consistent with something good, then it's going to end good, like in a good way. You know, it's all like, that's how life works basically. You know, if you're consistent with something that you know is going to pay off, it's going to pay off, right? You know, if you actually stay consistent with, you know, working on your business, if you like, for example, with organic, with me, I stayed consistent with like making videos, and now they go viral a lot more often, and that's simply just the good result of being consistent. And it's the same with like anything, right? You can just think what you want, be consistent to taking the steps to get there, and then it all just works out like that. And you just got to know, you got to believe in yourself. And yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing. So thank you for watching, and you know, if hopefully you enjoyed, and if you want to follow more of the journey, then please consider subscribing. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.